Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the KX podcast. I think this is number 19. So I looked back to see when the last time I did a podcast was, and it was January of 2021. So if you've seen any of my past podcasts, you'll know this is already a very different format. I usually pre-record it and then I do editing. But this time around, I want to try something a little bit different. I just kind of want to hit record. As you can see, it looks a little bit different too. I'm just going to talk without any edits, which means this is pure, authentic, natural flowing podcast. And I wanted to talk about a particular subject today that I've wanted to talk about for a long time. It's a really basic subject, but I think it's surprising how many people don't know what to do if they haven't been in the gym for a long time and they're trying to return. They're not really sure. Do you pick up where you left off? Do you start over? Is there a certain routine you should do? Or people who have never even been in the gym before. How do you get started? Like, how do you even know that you're getting started in the right way, right? So there's definitely a particular way to do it that will give you the best foothold in your health and fitness future. So today we're going to talk about that. I've broken it down into 6 steps here. We're just going to talk about it. If you guys have any questions about anything, please feel free to leave a question in the chat and I'll get to it at the end, or just post your question in the comment section. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. And I also want to add that this will be, if you're catching us on YouTube, I'm planning on adding this to Spotify as well. I want all my podcasts to be on YouTube as well as Spotify. All right, so you're either just you're just like planning on getting started with your health and fitness journey, right? You're just planning on going to the gym. You don't know what to do, or it's been a while. You don't really know how to get back into it. Maybe it's been a few months, maybe it's been a few years, right? How the heck do you get back in the gym? So the first thing that you want to look at is goal setting. Okay, you want to have a clear objective in mind. You want to know what your main objective is, and then maybe pick 2 or 3 side objectives. Okay, so think in your head right now, or even better, if you want to follow along with a piece of paper, that's going to be really beneficial for you. I think by the end, you're going to have a lot of really useful information. So what's your number one goal for yourself? Right? The number one most important thing. Okay, so think about that, write it down, whatever. Now think about why that's important to you, because the why is going to be really important. The why is going to be your motivation. Just writing your goal down is helpful, and it actually helps push you along and helps you accomplish that goal. But knowing why is the most important thing, because the why is going to get you out of bed. The why is going to get you in the gym. Okay, so maybe take some time to think about why that's your number one goal. And if your number one goal is weight loss, don't think I want to look better, right? Maybe there's something deeper there. Maybe you're tired of feeling insecure. Maybe you want to be more confident. Maybe you want to have a better body so you have an easier time making relationships or friendships or whatever, right? So it's always important to dig deep into the why. Also, I always like to encourage people to pick 2 or 3 other goals, like things that you would like to accomplish for yourself. A lot of people, they're really timid when it comes to picking goals because they think they don't want to be over ambitious. They don't want to think that they're being cocky, or that, I'll never achieve this anyway. Why bother? Still, it's important for you to dream big, challenge yourself, right? You never know. It's not like while you're accomplishing one, you can't accomplish anything else. A lot of times losing fat and building muscle are synonymous. They go along with each other, right? So think about 2 or 3 other goals for yourself. The next important thing is understanding how you're going to accomplish that goal. Okay, so you're not going to go lose. If your number one goal is fat loss, you're not going to go to the gym and achieve fat loss on day one. Something like fat loss can take up to a few months before you start to see the results that you really want. So you have to understand that there are different types of goals. You can have maybe long-term goals. Maybe you're planning on going on a tropical vacation and you want to look good for the beach. Okay, that's a good long-term goal. That's a goal you can put on your calendar. Maybe you have a certain amount of weight you want to lose. Okay, that's not a day one in the gym goal. That's a long-term goal. You're not going to accomplish it right away. So you kind of have to make peace with that. I also encourage people to, if you want to lose a certain amount of weight, like a number, that's going to be tough because it's very easy to become obsessed with numbers. Numbers don't really mean anything, because even when you achieve that number, it's not like you're going to hit that number one day and then everything's going to be fantastic in your life. You might feel exactly the same as you do now. So it's important to look at it differently. Like, how are you going to feel once you lose that weight? Shirt sizes, what kind of clothes do you want to wear? uh, how your clothes are going to feel. Things like that are also important, more so than just numbers. So a long-term goal, and not just weight loss, like maybe you want to lift a certain amount of weight on a deadlift, or you want to bench a certain amount, or you want to build a certain amount of muscle so that you can look good, like you have maybe an image of yourself that you want to achieve. Or if you know measurements or dimensions of your arms or whatever, right? If you have like your final image, okay, that's going to be a long-term goal. Then you break it down to smaller goals. How are you going to achieve those goals? Okay, so maybe you're not going to go into the gym and hit your 300-pound deadlift, but maybe you can try to hit smaller deadlifts throughout the year. Or you can plan on losing, instead of 60 pounds all at once, plan on losing 5 pounds a month or whatever, like that. So you want to set smaller goals. So set maybe monthly goals. And a goal can just be being consistent, right? So even breaking it down further to weekly or daily goals. Daily goal, just getting in the gym. Weekly goal, going to the gym 3 times a week. It doesn't have to be anything like crazy or fantastic. Just something that's going to keep you honest, right? Goal setting could be making, I'm going to make 3 healthy choices today. That's a good daily goal, right? That's not a really good long-term goal. So it's important to understand the differences of goals. So take some time to write this all out, and maybe you'll learn something about yourself you didn't really realize before. What's important to you, why it's important to you. So I'm going to challenge you to make one long-term goal that's going to be 6 months to a year to accomplish. Okay. Then another, like a mid-level goal, like a halfway point goal, like 6 months, like halfway through the year, kind of where you want to be. Then another one at 3 months. Then goals for yourself every week. Maybe make a new one every week. Could be, I'm going to try to take, I don't know, cold showers. I'm going to try to not eat highly processed foods this week. I'm going to make sure that I only buy fresh fruits and vegetables this week, right? Give yourself a challenge every week, or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. Like I could throw 1,000 options at you. It's up to you to decide. Okay. Goal setting. Now you understand why it's really important, because it's kind of going to lay the foundation for your mindset going into it. Mindset's going to be really important here. Okay, so secondly, and this goes hand in hand with goal setting, look at your calendar. Okay, this all starts in your calendar. It can be really great to get super motivated and have a plan, but if it doesn't fit in your calendar, it's not going to work. You're not going to stick to it. You're not even going to try. So look at your calendar. I've never met anybody who was so busy they could never make it to the gym at least once a week. Everyone's got the best excuses, but you have at least an hour a week to get one workout in a week. Okay, there's no one who's so busy they can't do that. So that being said, if it's your first time going to the gym, or you're coming back to the gym, I'm going to recommend 2 to 3 times a week. Look at your calendar. Where does that fit in? 1 hour. Okay. A lot of people like to hit the gym on their way home from work, before work. If you work from home, sometimes you can slip away. Take your lunch break at 11 a.m. and go to the gym, or whatever. Just find 2 to 3 hours in your week where you're going to make this happen. Okay. If you want bonus points, and what's really going to speed up your goals is see where you can also fit in maybe a half an hour walk every day. Just a walk. You don't have to kill yourself Rocky style, running in the snow with a log on your shoulders. Okay, just go for a walk. Take your dog out. Go take your kids out. Just go for 15 minutes one way and then 15 minutes home. So that's what I'm going to recommend to you. 2 to 3 hours a week in the gym, plus 30 minutes of cardio a day. Take one day off from everything. Just going to take a sip here. Work around your work schedule. Okay, that's really important, because I'm never going to tell you should go to the gym at this time every day. You have to be consistent. Maybe you can go to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Maybe that's all that works for you, right? Just it's optimal if you can fit rest days in between, but if you can't, it's not a big deal. Okay, work around your availability. Be good to yourself, right? This is your life. And the only way you're going to be consistent with this is if you build it around your life in a way that actually works for you. It doesn't stress you out, and it kind of flows with your day, right? Obviously, you're going to have to sacrifice time. Maybe that hour you used to like to come home from work and watch TV for an hour and unwind. Okay, you can unwind after your workout. So it's going to take a little bit of discomfort as you get used to your new schedule. Okay, so the third point out of 6 points here is to make a plan, right? This goes with goal setting and working with your calendar. Make your workout schedule. Okay. Also, when you're making your workout, and we're going to talk more about that, so don't panic. Know your skill level. Know where you're at. Okay. If this is your first time, like a lot of times, this is what I did this too when I didn't know what I was doing. I was really obsessed with the movie Fight Club. I wanted to look like Brad Pitt. Or I was obsessed with the show Spartacus. I wanted to look like one of the gladiators from the show Spartacus. So I'd look up the workouts that those celebrities did. It was way beyond my skill level, and I was overwhelmed and I got burnt out, and it didn't work. Okay, you grab a workout from some magazine you see at the grocery store. You grab a workout from bodybuilding.com. There's thousands of workouts out there. That doesn't mean that they're at your skill level. It doesn't mean that you're prepared to handle them. So you got to know where you're at. Be honest with yourself. Hey, I don't actually know what I'm doing. Okay, so make peace with that and kind of go into it with the mindset of like, okay, I'm going to learn. Just the basics. And that's the next part I want to talk about. Master the basics. Don't worry about all the fancy stuff. There are thousands of workouts out there, possible combinations, exercises, variations. Okay, it's overwhelming. There's so much out there. How do you know what to do? Master the basics. Even if you've been to the gym before, or you've had a long break, you're going to go back to the gym. Go back to the basics. When I take time off from the gym, I've been training for a long time. What do I do when I go back? I master the basics, okay? For example, body weight squat. I don't care what skill level you're at. I'm going to try to get you to being able to do a body weight squat, because that is just the ability to get low and stand up again, right? That's the muscles you use when you get up off the couch, when you get up off a chair, when you pick something up off the ground, okay? A squat is an essential human movement. I think everyone should strive to achieve that. You don't need to go to the gym for that. You don't need dumbbells for that. You can do that at home, right? That's a basic level exercise, but it's going to take practice, right? It's like, I'm a personal trainer. I recommend you get personal trainers to teach you how to squat, because there's a lot of moving parts there. If not, watch a YouTube tutorial. Okay, don't just wing it. Okay, I work with a lot of people in the gym who have been squatting their whole lives, but no one ever showed them how, and they look like crap. Joints are moving out of order. Things aren't coming together correctly. Take time to learn it well. You see someone in the gym with good form, ask them, hey, I'm new to squatting. Could you give me a few pointers? Or if there's a gym staff there, hey, do you have a second to come look at my squat? Give me any tips. Okay, you're going to have to humble yourself. But I didn't do that when I started. I taught myself how to do everything, and I got a few bad injuries along the way. So I'm not going to recommend that for a complicated lift like the squat, but I don't want to get sidetracked too much here. The point is, master the basics. We're going to cover a little bit more what are the basics later, near the end of this. The last thing about making a plan is, do you have any injuries? Okay. Do you have a shoulder thing? Do you have an elbow thing? Be aware of that. Okay. Because if you're planning on getting fired up and going to the gym and you want to learn how to do push-ups, you want to get back to doing push-ups like you used to, whatever, and you got a shoulder thing, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to do one rep, you're going to go, ooh, I can't do this. Okay. Well, you should have been prepared for this, okay? Because you can work around that. A lot of people, I have a knee thing. I can't exercise. Well, actually you can. You just have to work around it, right? So that being said, if you're kind of nervous about it, maybe go to a doctor, go see a physiotherapist, make sure you're cleared for exercise. Don't just fly into it and hope for the best. If you can't do push-ups because you have a shoulder thing, look up variations. Okay, there are versions of push-ups that aren't as intense, or squats, right? You got a knee thing, maybe you need to start on the leg press. Maybe you're not ready for even the leg press. Maybe you need to just do leg extensions or something like that. Okay, so just be prepared. Go in with a plan that's going to work for your body, where you're at now, right? I'm going to say it again. Be honest with yourself. Where are you at now? Not where you want to be, not the body you wish you had now. Where are you at now? Okay, hope I haven't lost anybody yet. We're moving along here. Point number 4 out of 6. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Okay. Get prepared. So, what I mean by this, physically and mentally. First of all, mindset. Okay. Your mindset going into it. You have to be prepared. You have to know, like all these things we've talked about. You have to know where you're at. You have to know what your goals are. You have to be prepared for discipline, sacrifice, all these things that are going to be difficult for you. Understanding that this isn't going to be easy for you, right? Understand that this is going to take work. This is going to take sacrifice of time, right? It's not always going to be easy. Sometimes you're not going to want to go into the gym and you're not going to want to work out. Okay. Figure out what your barriers are, right? When I talk to people about what their goals are, I often recommend they think about what their biggest barriers are, right? It's all great to write down your goals, things that you want, but it's a lot harder to look at what you suck at, okay? Oh, well, I'm really good at going to the gym, but I don't have really good motivation. I always find that I lose motivation. Okay, there's a barrier. Write down motivation. So then you can be aware of it and try to work around it. Okay, well, I have an issue with motivation, so I'm going to work really hard at being disciplined and working it into my routine. So I don't have to be motivated. It's just part of my routine. Okay, there's a barrier in your barrier breaker. That's why I made that online workout program called Limit Breaker, because you got to find out what your limits are and then you got to break them. Okay, you got to push past your barriers. Oh, I don't have any time for the gym. Oh, perfect. We already covered that. Looking at your calendar, looking at your work schedule, looking at where you can fit that time in. Okay. So, mindset. We're going to talk a little bit more about this yet. Don't worry. Okay. Get prepared with clothes. You need gym clothes. Sometimes I see people in the gym wearing jeans. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, you want to wear clothes you can move in. You don't want to wear clothes, like, I don't care how fashionable they are. You got to be able to bend your arms. Okay. Don't wear a shirt that's so tight because you think your chest looks great in it, but you can't move. You can't breathe. Okay. Number one is movement. Make sure that all your joints can move freely and you don't feel restrained. The second thing about clothes, you want to feel confident in them. You want to go to the gym and feel like a badass. You want to go there, feel like an athlete. You want to go there and be like, I'm in the gym. I'm here to put in work. Okay. If you don't have any clothes like this that you can move in, you're not mobile, you don't feel confident in, you feel like, okay, well, this doesn't really fit the gym vibes. Okay. Time for a quick shopping trip. Buy one outfit. I work with a lot of clients. They have one gym outfit. They bring it to the gym 3 times a week. They probably wash it every 2 days. Okay. But that's their one outfit. They crush their workouts in it. I don't ask questions. No one else in the gym cares, right? Have one solid outfit. It doesn't have to be top of the line Nike, Under Armour, right? You can go budget. You can go thrift store, whatever. That's what I did when I got into this. I went to a thrift store and I bought a bunch of tanks or t-shirts and I cut the sleeves off, but I felt good in the gym. That's all that matters. Gym shoes. Do you have gym shoes? They're the best investment you're going to make. Probably more so than a gym membership, because you can wear gym shoes in your basement. You can wear them outside. Okay. They don't cost you anything monthly. Get a good pair of gym shoes. That's the one thing that I don't think you should cheap out on. Like, you can get like a more low end pair of gym shoes, but at least get gym shoes. Don't just go there with your outdoor shoes. Okay. Because they have certain cushioning in them for running, or, there's certain designs for lifting weights. I don't want to get too lost into that, but a flat pair of gym shoes is good if you're planning on lifting heavy, because you don't want too much cushion. If you plan on doing more cardio-based stuff, you do want a little bit of cushion, because that's a lot of impact on your bones. Okay, next up, headphones, music. Okay, have a workout playlist. I have like 5 workout playlists, so I don't get bored of any of them, for different moods that I'm in. Okay. Headphones, if you hate the gym music, maybe you hate all the pop hits that they play. Maybe your gym is stuck on 80s and 90s music. That always drives me nuts, okay? If I don't bring headphones to the gym, I feel like I have a worse workout, because I get distracted. I'm not as focused, right? Lifting music gets me in the zone. There's no best lifting music. Whatever music keeps you focused and motivated and fired up to be there. Headphones also help you just shut out the rest of the world, right? They help you dial in. You don't need them. Sometimes it's good to focus on your breathing and focus on your form, and don't get this, music can get you going too hard sometimes. So there are pros and cons, but just consider that, right? All I'm asking is you consider, should I bring headphones? Will it enhance my workout? Have some form of timing your rest periods. Okay. I know you have a phone on you, so that pretty much covers everybody who's listening to this, or a watch timer. That's what I use, or a good old fashioned stopwatch. It goes around your neck, okay? Time your rest periods. Otherwise, you're going to be in the gym too long. You're not going to finish your workout. Or your rest periods are going to be too short. Sometimes people get fired up and they're like, okay, I'm ready for my next set. I don't want to wait. Or you're impatient or you're bored, okay? Time your rest periods. We'll talk more about rest periods later. Bring a water bottle. I work with a lot of people who don't bring water bottles and they get dehydrated. And when you get dehydrated, your performance starts to go down. Your body needs water. You know this. Okay? This isn't anything new. Make sure that you have a water bottle. If you don't have a water bottle, then make sure you know where the nearest water fountain is and make sure you're going to the water fountain between all your exercises at minimum between each exercise. Okay? You need water. It's not optional. You need water. So just bring a bottle. Keep it with you. Sip it between your sets. Every time I finish the set, I take a sip of water. I fill it up usually once every workout, but that's because I drink a lot of water. Okay. Last thing about being prepared. Gym membership. Do you need a gym membership? Maybe you should think about it. Where's your nearest gym? Look it up on Google. Call them. See how much a gym membership is. Can you afford it? Are there student discounts? What kind of rates do they offer? Okay. Do they have a senior discount? Okay. Think about these things. If you're going to buy one that's like by the pass, every time you go there, they punch a card, whatever, budget that out. How long are these passes going to last you? What's the best deal for you, right? Sometimes people get all fired up and they realize, oh, shoot, I don't have a gym membership and I can't afford one. Okay, well, should have thought about that, right? Because now you have a huge barrier in your way. Also, you might not need one if you're going to do stuff from home. A lot of the basics that I talked about, the squat, push-ups, planks. When I lost most of the weight off my body when I went through a radical physical transformation, I did it all from my basement. Okay, I didn't really have anything. I was running up and down my stairs, doing bodyweight squats. I was, curling cans of tomato soup. You don't necessarily need a gym membership. Just you can master the basics at home first. So maybe, I can't afford the gym now. Great. Do a 2 to 3 month home program. You can find them you can just Google it, right? Just Google bodyweight exercises. Okay. That's a good transition into the next point. Your workout routine. Point number 5. The basics. I'm going to hammer this home because this is really important. Start with the body weight, okay? What are you doing in the gym throwing all kinds of weight around, dumbbells, machines, if you can't even handle your own body weight? Okay, that's a really good starting point. You don't need extra weight. You don't need to squat with weight if you're already overweight because you're already squatting with a lot of weight on your body. All that extra fat, that's weight. Okay, so just consider that. Try to master your own body weight first, then go into the gym. Once your body becomes easy, it's not a challenge anymore. Sure. Okay. Next up, so this is something that you might want to write down. I'm going to read it out loud, but if you want this, DM me on Instagram at Klassen Exercise, and I'll send you this. Okay, this is a workout. This is a plan. This is a basic plan that works for you. I've used it. I've given it to my clients. Okay, this is a basic. I've never done anything in the gym workout routine. This is also I'm returning to the gym routine. Doesn't matter how much experience you have, you will get gains and benefits from this, no matter where you are. Okay, because this is a full body workout. It covers all the basics. Take a sip here. Exercise number 1, the squat. We start our exercises with multi-joint movements. Okay, exercises that are the hardest and consume the most energy. That's what you want to start with. You want to end your workout with the easier stuff, single joint stuff, like a dumbbell curl. That's only your elbows. But a squat, you got your hips, you got you're hinging at your spine, you got your knees, you got your ankles. Okay, bodyweight squat. If you can't do a bodyweight squat yet, your form sucks, you're shaky, you don't have any balance, don't have the leg strength, squat to a bench squat. Okay, Google it. Or if you have ropes at your gym, TRX ropes, any kind of ropes, hold on to those for balance. Those are good alternatives. We're going to talk sets, reps, rest at the end. Oh, Google has heard me and has decided to weigh in. It's very distracting. Thank you, Google. Okay. Exercise number 2, push-ups. Okay. It's like the best upper body strength body weight exercise you can do. Don't need any equipment. Push-ups are too hard. All you need to do is change your angle. Okay. Start from your wall. Is your wall easy? Great. Go to your kitchen counter. Work your way down in angles till you get to the floor. Knee push-ups, always an option. At the gym, use a barbell. Put it on a rack, and you can adjust your heights perfectly, right? There's all those different notches on the power racks, right? Work your way down the notches. Exercise 3, dumbbell rows. Okay, I'm not going to go over how to do all these. Just Google them because I don't really have the time to go. We'll be here forever. Dumbbell rows. Do them off of a bench. Do them off of a chair. I do in my home gym at home. I do them off of a chair. If you're having a hard time with your maintaining that position or your core, you can use a machine at the gym, like a row machine. Look up a row machine. You don't know where any of these machines are, things I'm talking about. Ask a gym staff. That's what they're there for. Use TRX ropes, some kind of ropes, right? Hold on to them. Row your own body weight. Okay. So you got squats, push-ups, dumbbell rows, or another version of rows. Okay. Overhead press is number 4. Use dumbbells. I recommend that. If you can't balance the dumbbells or move them at the same time, or your shoulders are tight and you're pushing too far forward, just use a machine. Use a shoulder press machine. Ask a gym staff or Google it. Shoulder press machine. Next up, lunges. Okay, again, going back to lower body strength, balance, core, mastering your own body weight. They are balance heavy, so be aware of that. If you suck at balance, you don't have leg strength, just do step ups instead. Next up, we have the lat pull down. So you can use the cable with a wide grip, okay? Or you can use a lat pull down machine. Sometimes they're plate loaded or pin based machines, okay? Google it, ask a gym staff. Lat pull down. These are the easier version of chin ups. If you're returning to the gym and you're a beast, you used to do put chin ups, you're trying to get back to it, maybe start with the lat pull down. You work your way there. Second last exercise, dumbbell curls. Okay, this is basics, really important. Okay, use just basic dumbbell curls. Google it. If dumbbell curls are tough with the dumbbells, you can't seem to balance them, one arm's weaker than the other, whatever. You can always use resistance bands. You can buy resistance bands, do that at home. Okay, or use a curl machine. I'm going to recommend a curl. Okay, last exercise here is a plank. Plank you can do on a floor or on a gym mat. Okay, go for about 30 seconds. That's too hard. Go 15 seconds. Then work your way to 20 seconds, then 30. 30 becomes easy. Go 45 seconds. Go a minute. Okay. So we got the squat, push-ups, dumbbell rows, dumbbell overhead press, lunges, lat pull down, dumbbell curls, plank. If the dumbbells are too hard, go for a machine. Okay. Build up the basic strength first, then you can go to dumbbells, because dumbbells require a certain level of balance and control. So be aware of that. But I do think that they're excellent for beginner lifting. Also consider if the coordinating is too hard, go one at a time. Go right arm, then left arm. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Sets by reps. Go 3 sets of 10 reps. That's a basic rep range. It's great for developing the skills. It's great for building base strength. It's great for muscle building. Okay, 3 sets, 10 reps. A rep is just one movement of the exercise. How much rest in between? Go 45 to 60 seconds. Nothing wrong with going over on seconds, okay? So just don't go under on seconds. Make sure that you rest long enough, because you're giving your muscles oxygen. They need oxygen to exercise. So rest periods are really important. You're going to burn yourself out. Okay? 3 sets of 10, 45 to 60 seconds. On the plank, you could go 30 seconds if you want to, but I'm still going to recommend 45 to 6 seconds on everything, okay? So I've now given you a full body workout. You can do this 3 times a week. Give yourself a day off in between if you can, okay? That's you could do this for months, okay? So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is a beginner or returning to gym workout routine. Okay, so if this ever becomes too easy for you, you're ready for your next challenge, then that's another conversation for another day, making it harder. But something you can remember from making it harder, you don't want to go up in weight, because that's the obvious solution, is just going up in weight. Increase your reps, go to 12 reps, okay? Or go 4 sets instead of 3. Okay, play around with the volume. All right, I want to add a note here to make sure that your balance is really good. It doesn't matter if you're curling the weight if you have to swing your body, because it means you have no core or the weight's too heavy. So just make sure that you've taken time to build up a really solid core. You don't know what core is, YouTube it, Google it. It's all the muscles that are used to stabilize your body. It's where a lot of your strength comes from, is your core muscles, okay? It's really important. That's what the plank is at the end of the workout. It's challenges your core. Use your core when you squat. Use your core when you do lunges. Anytime that you're using your whole body or you have to stabilize yourself in some way, you're challenging your core. Doesn't mean it has to be sit-ups or crunches, okay? All right. At our last point here. After your workout, okay? Take time to relax after your workout. If you're working out and you're going straight to work, then sometimes that's just the way it is. Maybe you have enough downtime in your car to kind of unwind a little bit. Don't plan on doing your workout and then coming home and doing a bunch of yard work, because you're going to burn yourself out and you're not going to give your muscles enough recovery. So ideally, plan your workout away in your day where you can relax, or your day isn't getting much harder after your workout, okay? Because relaxing is really good for your recovery. Or planning a light walk is really great for your recovery too, okay? Because you can get kind of stiff and sore after your workout. Make sure that you're getting adequate protein, okay? Simple rule of thumb is having just a good source of protein with every meal. That's it. You don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't have to overthink it. You want to go above and beyond, buy some protein powder, have a protein shake in the evening, or a protein shake after your workout, okay? You need protein because it helps your muscles recover. It's the building block of your entire body. So it's really important. Also, make sure that you're consuming enough water. Drink water throughout your workout. Drink water with you just all day. Keep a bottle of water with you. You can't get enough water. Actually, okay, I'm not going to get distracted with that. You can drink too much water. It's very, very hard and rare, but most people don't drink enough water. So understand that if you're feeling dehydrated, like, if you don't wait till you're dehydrated to drink water, because at that point you can become dehydrated before you feel it, is what I'm trying to say. So you don't want to ever hit that feeling of being dehydrated, because at that point it's pretty much too late. Now you're playing catch up. Okay. Just like your body needs protein because it's made out of protein, your body needs water because it's made out of water. Okay. It's yin and yang. Also going to be important for your energy. It's going to be important for your metabolism, your fat loss. Just water. Okay. You don't need any supplements. Just make sure you're getting enough protein in your diet, or at minimum a gram of body weight per kilogram of your body. Okay. Last thing I wanted to mention is be prepared for delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS. You're going to be sore if you're just going into the gym for the first time. You're going to be sore if you've taken a long break and you're just returning, even though you maybe used to be a beast, maybe you used to have a really good routine. You're probably going to be sore your first couple of weeks, maybe even your first month. Your body is you're breaking your muscles down, and they have to heal and repair, and they come back stronger and bigger and all those great things, okay? Just understand, be prepared for it, because a lot of times people go to the gym and they get sore and they think, well, this sucks. I'm not going to the gym if I'm going to be sore every time, okay? You have to understand that this is just the way it is when you get started. Your body has to adapt. Your body adapts very quickly. It's what human bodies are really good at, is adapting to stress, whatever stress you put on it. That's why your first couple of weeks at a new job is always really hard and stressful, but then you adapt and you get used to it, right? You're working at a restaurant, you get used to being on your feet all day. It really sucks at first, but you get used to it, just like the gym, okay? Just be prepared for it, because I hate when people give up on themselves because they get sore. Like, yeah, your legs are going to feel like hell for a few days, but it gets easier, okay? Just know the light is at the end of the tunnel, and the end of the tunnel is pretty soon. I don't like that analysis. It sounds like you're going to die. That's not the message I'm trying to say. Okay. Just be prepared for that. And then that ties into your mindset. Okay. You got to be prepared for all the challenges that are going to come your way. Things are going to be hard. You're going to screw up. You're going to have bad workouts. You might get injured. Hopefully you don't, but it might not work so well some weeks with your work schedule. It might be a challenge with your family, getting time away from them to get into the gym. Right? You have school, you have exams, work keeps keeping you late, you have no energy, right? These are all barriers that you're going to have to work around. So be prepared for that. If this was, I know you've probably heard this before, but if it was easy, everybody would do it. But really the biggest hurdles are just the first month, okay? Because that's where the rubber meets the road. That's where the weak get weeded out, okay? The first 2 to 4 weeks. After that, you're not really feeling sore anymore. You're getting into a good routine. You might even be starting to see results. Once your body starts to adapt to exercise, you start to have more energy in your life. And then you feel like you have energy for the gym. You feel like you can do it. But you have to get through that slog at the beginning. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to BS you. Okay? I'm just being real with you. Okay, so we've covered goal setting, looking at your calendar, making a plan, getting prepared for the gym, your workout routine, what it's like after your workout. Okay, nutrition is a whole other subject. We can maybe cover that in another podcast, but it's too much for this one. Okay, so hopefully you feel confident and ready for your first day in the gym or back in the gym. If you have any other podcasts or topics that you'd like me to cover, please leave a comment and I'll try to get to them. I really like making podcasts. So any subject that you have, maybe I can work it in. All right. Subscribe if you haven't. If you want to support me as a creator and you want to join the KX crew, please consider joining the YouTube channel. That's just that join button. Okay. You just click it and become a member. That would support me and help me as well, which means more content, which is a win for everybody. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.